Alright guys, Sean Kerr here, checking out this awesome Suzuki 2013 GSXR 750. Let's do a little walk around. This is a great bike, it's a lot of fun. This bike is in perfect shape. It only has 2,600 miles on it. Let's do a little test drive. Let's see what it feels like to ride a 750. Now if you're getting a 750, it is a good boost of power from the 600s. Oh, you didn't see that. It is a good boost of power from the 600s, but the truth is a modified 600 with some basic mods would be just as fast. But then if you modify a 750, you can make it even faster. So there's that. Now they this similar styling of bike for the Suzuki has been around since 06, 07. It's very similar. The average non-Suzuki enthusiast would just, you know, they couldn't tell a brand new looking 07 compared to this. There are some subtle differences. This bike's gonna have a little more power. It's gonna be a little bit lighter. I love the gear indicators in the Suzukis. You don't think you're gonna use it, but you end up using it all the time. This is a who's gonna buy this bike? This is a fast bike. It is a little faster than the 600s. It's the same frame, same body, same everything as the 600s, except for the ECU. The engine displacement's a little bit bigger, but and the tachometer, it's got a different red line. Other than that, it's the same bike, same wheels, same everything. So the person who's gonna buy this bike is someone who, you know, they've been riding for a while. Don't make this your first bike, guys. That's just a bad idea. Don't make a leader bike your first bike. You probably shouldn't even make a 600 sport bike your first bike. But someone who's been riding this for a little while, that'd be good for them. Let's see if I got the power to pass this tractor trailer. It gets up and goes, guys. You need to be a fairly confident rider to be riding a bike like this. It is very nimble. Just kind of, you flick it into the turns. You need to be someone, you know, who wants to do maybe some track days, who's interested in stuff like that. But I don't want any beginner riders buying this bike. You're gonna kill yourself. A great bike, a lot of fun. Great miles per gallon. If you're just cruising on the highway, you're looking at close to like 45, you know, 48 miles to the gallon. You really can't beat that on a small bike like this, or on a powerful bike like this. It does have the really cool integrated turn signals, which Suzuki's been doing for a while. Guys, this bike runs great. It runs perfect. I mean, you buy this thing, it's 2 years old. You're saving a lot of money from buying a new one. I mean, a new one's gonna cost you somewhere around, like, I think $13,500 or something like that. This bike's gonna be you know, look at that, $4,000 or $5,000 cheaper than that. So it's gonna be a really good value. I'm a sport bike guy. I love riding sport bikes. I feel most comfortable on a sport bike. I know a lot of you guys do too. Parts for these things are really reasonable. I mean, that's why I run a Suzuki on the track, just because it's so easy to get parts for them. The 4-cylinder in the sport bike is incredibly smooth. It's really hard to top the smoothness of it. And once you're used to it, it's really hard getting used to a V-twin, because you're used to just precision smoothness. Now, something cool that a lot of people don't know about these bikes, and I'm pretty sure they still do this, but they have exhaust servos on them, which I'm all about leaving stock pipes on a bike. I don't care about, I'm not looking for loud noise. I think it's nice and quiet. It's relaxing. But the cool thing about the exhaust servo is what that does is a stock pipe tuned the way it is with an exhaust servo on it. The exhaust servo changes back pressure. So you need more back pressure at lower RPMs, low to mid, and at high RPMs to get optimal power, you need less back pressure. So the exhaust servo actually electronically changes while you're riding the bike. Now, most people, they just, oh, I'm gonna throw that exhaust off of there, I'm gonna take the exhaust servo off, and I'm gonna put on an aftermarket exhaust. That's gonna cost me $7,000 to $2,000 to get that extra 5 more horsepower. The thing is, you're getting 5 more horsepower at the peak, but you're losing at least 5 horsepower at low to mid range. It's only beneficial. It's not beneficial for street riding. You're pulling up the light, you know what I mean? Your buddy's gonna be able to pull way harder from you because they have more power at that point. It's only beneficial for track riding when all you're using is your high RPMs. So people are spending money making their bikes less streetable and slower on the street, just to get an extra 5 horsepower at top RPMs, if that. If you're looking for, so that's why, you know, I'm cool with just leaving the stock pipes on it. Leaving the stock pipe, leaving the exhaust servo on there, and also keeping your bike stock height. I mean, these bikes are track ready. These things were made for one thing, that's going super fast and performing. To lower a bike it messes up the handling. It really does. The easiest thing, I mean, these bikes are good enough from the factory, but one of the best modifications you can do is to have the suspension tuned to your weight. And then if you want to go above that, you know, I mean, you can get it, you know, aftermarket, you know, fork springs and stuff like that. But you know, you're looking at big money, and for most riders, you're not gonna see the benefit of it unless you're doing track days and going really fast. Guys, this bike, if I pull it up next to a Ferrari, I'm gonna smoke them. You know what I mean? This is, for under 10,000 bucks, you're getting a bike that's gonna smoke pretty much anything on the street. A real good driver might be able to take you on the turns, but on the straightaways, man, this thing's just gonna pull like a beast. Which with much power comes great responsibility. So you really got to be smart with something like this. I prefer, if I'm gonna buy a bike, I want a stock bike, because you know, the guy riding a stock bike, he's taking care of it. He's not beating it up. He's not doing burnouts. He's not trying to, you know, go as fast as he can on the street. I know you save a little bit of money buying a bike where someone put some modifications on it, but if they want to modify it, they're probably beating it up a little bit. 2,600 miles, guys. This thing's not even broken in. This is an amazing bike. Whoever gets it is gonna be in love. All right, guys.